What the life of Viking children was like. By age 10, a Viking kid would be considered an adult. Only 50 to 70% of children lived past 5. This was due to disease, malnutrition, and accidents. The average Viking lived to be 40 to 50 years old. Many died much younger due to violence or harsh conditions. The winters were severe. In Scandinavia, temperatures could drop to -22 degrees Fahrenheit. Food stores often ran low. By late winter, raids were frequent. The Norse people conducted over 160 recorded raids on Britain in 300 years. Children were often left behind during these dangerous expeditions. Slavery was common. About 10% of the Scandinavian population were slaves. Many were captured as children during raids. Sadly, malnutrition was widespread. Studies of Viking skeletons show signs of vitamin deficiencies and stunted growth in many children. Education was quite rare. Only about 1% of Vikings could read or write runes. Most knowledge was passed down orally. Law and justice could be harsh. The law of war guild put a price on every person's life. Even children could be held accountable for crimes. Most Viking houses had only one room. A central fire pit provided warmth and cooking heat. Kids slept on benches along the walls. There was barely any privacy. The Viking diet was hearty but limited. Children ate 2 meals a day. The food mostly included meat, fish, and dairy. Grains were also common. Fruits and vegetables were scarce. Kids might eat smoked sheep's head. Stewed blood sausages were another dish. Viking names followed a different system. They didn't use surnames. Instead, names reflected parentage. A boy might be called Björn Eriksson. This meant Björn, Eric's son. A girl could be Freydis Thor's daughter. This meant Freydis, Thor's daughter. Nicknames were popular. Some examples were Ragnar Shaggy Breeches or Kettle Flat Nose. Religion was central to Viking life. Children grew up hearing tales of gods. These included Odin, Thor, and Freya. Many wore Thor's hammer pendants. These were believed to offer protection and luck. The work was hard and constant. There were no weekends or holidays. Children worked alongside adults. By age 5 or 6, they were expected to contribute to household chores. This included tasks like tending animals or helping with crops. But it wasn't all work and no play. Viking children enjoyed games like Not Laker, a ball sport. They also loved swimming, fishing, and roughhousing. Fighting wasn't just allowed, it was encouraged. Boys learned to use real weapons like spears and swords. Violence was part of their daily lives. Even young boys might be expected to fight. Harald Sigurdsson was born into Viking royalty. He started fighting at just 15 years old. Harald earned the nickname Hardrada, meaning hard ruler. He fought battles across Europe and even in Africa. Harald served as a bodyguard for the Byzantine emperor. He returned to Norway with bags of gold. Harald used his wealth and reputation to claim the throne. He ruled Norway for 20 years. He tried to conquer England, but met his end at the Battle of Stamford Bridge.